They say masks eventually fall off, but you don't need to wait that long. If you want to truly understand who someone is, strip away the charm, ignore the words, and pay attention to just five things. Because these five things, they don't lie. They never lie. Watch how they treat people who can do absolutely nothing for them. The waiter, the janitor, the stranger on the street. If respect only flows upward, it's not respect, it's strategy. True character doesn't need a stage or audience. It shines when there's no reward in sight. Pay close attention to how they react when things don't go their way. Disappointment is life's x-ray. When pressure hits, when plans collapse, when they're told a no, do they crumble into blame or rise into growth? Do they lash out or do they lean in? That moment of frustration reveals who they are beneath the surface. Look closely at what they laugh at, the jokes they find funny, the comments they casually enjoy, the things they mock in others. These are all windows because humor is deeply personal. And if they laugh at cruelty, at pain, at tearing others down this, that darkness isn't just in the joke, it's inside them. Notice how they talk about people who are not in the room. If they gossip, criticize, or betray someone else's story, don't fool yourself into thinking you're safe. What they say about others is exactly what they'll one day say about you. Integrity is consistent, even when it's inconvenient, especially then. Observe what they do when they're in power, when they're in control, when they have the upper hand. That's when the real nature comes out. Do they dominate, manipulate, intimidate, or do they stay grounded, fair, and kind? Power doesn't corrupt character, it reveals it. So stop listening to what they say, start watching what they show. It's easy to be impressed by someone's talent, their success, or the way they carry themselves in public. But true wisdom lies in what you notice when no one's performing. A person's character isn't built on grand gestures. It's revealed in the smallest, most consistent moment. The way they apologize says more than the mistake itself. Do they own it with humility or dodge it with excuses? Watch closely. Accountability is rare, and those who carry it are worth keeping. Also observe how they celebrate others. Do they cheer or do they compete? Are they genuinely happy for someone's win or secretly hoping it crumbles? Envy is a shadow that quietly trails broken egos. And when they're tired, when they're overwhelmed, do they still choose kindness? Stress doesn't give someone the right to hurt others. If their true self is cruel under pressure, that's not pressure, it's a preview. You don't need years to figure someone out. Just watch them in silence. Watch them when they're not trying to impress. The truth is always in the unspoken. Every person has two versions, the one they show you and the one they can't hide when life gets real. Your job isn't to decode every word. Your job is to become an observer, quiet, clear, and honest. Pay attention to their patterns, not their promises. Notice if they're different around different people. Consistency is the root of integrity. If they're kind to you but cruel to others, that's not kindness, it's calculation. Notice how they treat animals, children, the elderly, those who can't offer anything back. Compassion isn't selective. If it is, it's not real. Notice if they keep their word when it costs them something. It's easy to promise when it's convenient. But do they follow through when no one's watching? And finally, look at how they live when no one needs anything from them. The version of someone when the spotlight is off, that's who they truly are. So next time you meet someone, don't rush to trust their words or get hypnotized by their image. Let time reveal their truth. Let behavior speak louder than charm, because real character doesn't need to shout. It whispers in action. It echoes in silence. True character isn't found in the loudest voice, the strongest handshake, or the most convincing smile. It's found in the pauses, the moments where choices are made with no audience. You don't need to wait years to see someone's true self. You only need to watch carefully when the mask slips, when they think you're not paying attention, when nothing can be gained from the interaction. That's when their core shows. So watch how they treat the powerless. Observe how they behave under stress. Pay attention to what makes them laugh, what they say when no one's around, and how they use their power. These 5 things are all you need. They're simple, but they're the most revealing mirrors of who someone really is. When you start seeing people through these lenses, everything changes. You'll stop getting fooled by appearances. You'll stop confusing charm with goodness. You'll start trusting your gut more. And most importantly, you'll protect your peace from people who wear character like a costume. Because at the end of the day, It's not what someone says that shapes your life. It's who they are when no one's looking. That truth never hides for long. They won't always show you who they are with words, but they will always show you with patterns. Once you learn to stop reacting and start observing, people become very easy to read. Most reveal themselves quickly. You just need to stop filling in the blanks with who you hope they are. One of the clearest signs is how someone handles being wrong. Do they shut down, defend themselves to the death, or do they pause, listen, and learn? The ego speaks loudest when it's wounded. A humble heart, though, doesn't see correction as attack. It sees it as a chance to grow. Pay attention to how they handle silence. Some people can't sit in it without trying to control the moment. They joke, talk over you, shift energy constantly. That's not confidence, it's discomfort. A grounded person doesn't fear stillness because they aren't trying to escape themselves. Also, watch how they treat your boundaries, not just when you say them, but when you enforce them. Do they respect your space, your pace, your peace? Or do they try to push past it slowly under the mask of a just caring? Someone who truly values you will never make you choose between your comfort and their approval. Then look at how they respond when someone else is being praised. If someone close to them wins, do they uplift or withdraw? Real confidence celebrates others, even when they're still waiting on their own moment. If they shrink your light just to feel taller, they were never secure to begin with. And if they hurt you, whether intentionally or not, watch what they do after. Do they acknowledge it? Do they change? How many? Do they take action or just throw empty words your way, hoping you'll move on without resolution? You want to know someone's character. Don't look at how they act on the first day. Look at how they behave on the hard days, the inconvenient days, the days when being kind costs something. Someone's true colors don't come out when everything is easy. They appear when things fall apart, when patience is tested, when emotions rise. That's when the mask slips. That's when the real story begins. No one's perfect, but patterns don't lie. Energy doesn't lie. And time always tells the truth, even if people don't. So keep watching. Keep listening to what's not said out loud. People will always reveal themselves if you give them space to. If you really want to understand someone, don't rush the process. Just step back and let them be who they are. The truth always comes out in the small things, not the big declarations. The longer you stay silent, the more they'll speak through actions they don't even realize they're revealing. Watch how they act when you say no. That one word will tell you more than 1,000 yeses ever could. Do they guilt you? Try to change your mind to make you feel bad for having limits? Or do they honor your decision without taking it personally? Respect doesn't show up when things go smoothly. It shows up when they don't get what they want. Notice who they become when no one's looking. Do they still do the right thing, or does their integrity vanish once the spotlight is gone? Someone who lives for appearances will always crumble behind closed doors. Look at how they handle jealousy. Do they bring others down just to feel a little taller? Do they chase competition in every room they enter? Or are they so secure in themselves that they clap even when the success belongs to someone else? Pay attention to how they handle trust. Do they guard your secrets like they're sacred? Or do they casually drop pieces of you in conversations for the sake of attention? Trust isn't about how close you feel. It's about how safe you are when you're vulnerable. And most importantly, see how they show up when they don't have to, when there's nothing in it for them. The people who go out of their way with no reward are the ones who are telling you exactly who they are. Quiet generosity is one of the loudest signs of real character. You don't need confrontation to uncover truth. You need stillness. You need patience. Let people talk. Let them act. Let them act. Let them forget you're watching. In that forgetfulness, they'll show you everything. Because the strongest signal of someone's soul is not in what they show when they want to impress you. It's what leaks out when they don't think it matters. So when someone tells you who they are, believe them. But when they show you, don't ever forget it. Sometimes the clearest truth about someone isn't found in how they treat you, but in how they treat the world when they think it owes them something. Entitlement is a hidden poison. It doesn't scream. It whispers through little actions, rolling their eyes at small inconveniences, disrespecting others they see as a less, and expecting grace without giving any back. Entitlement and empathy cannot live in the same person for long. One will always push the other out. Watch how they handle waiting. Waiting in traffic, waiting in lines, waiting for their turn. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a mirror. Impatience often hides a deeper need for control, and someone who loses their mind over minor delays may not handle real life's bigger storms with grace. Pay attention to how they treat time, their own and more importantly yours. Do they consistently show up late, cancel last minute, make promises and forget? Because behind every casual disrespect of your time is a loud message. My life matters more than yours. And no matter how they justify it, that imbalance always leaves a bruise. Listen to how they talk about their past. Are they the constant victim in every story? Does every friend turn into a villain? Every relationship end with blame on the other side? Be careful. Someone who takes no accountability for yesterday will carry the same chaos into your tomorrow. Notice how they treat people who've outgrown them. Do they show respect for the journey, or do they mock it? Growth intimidates the stagnant. And when someone hasn't done the work to evolve, they'll often try to drag others back down to feel less alone. Finally, look at how they respond to kindness. When people mistake kindness for weakness, they take advantage. They manipulate, they push limits to see how far they can go. But the right ones, the ones with depth and decency, they respect it. They protect it. They meet your softness with strength, not strategy. You don't need long speeches. You don't need dramatic tests. You just need your eyes open, your heart steady, and your standards intact. People tell you who they are every day, not in words, but in energy and tone and choice and silence. Don't excuse what your spirit knows is off. Don't edit your observations just to avoid discomfort. See clearly, trust deeply, but only when it's earned. Because at the end of it all, peace isn't found in who you let in. It's found in who you keep out. The final layer of someone's character is often revealed when they think you have nothing left to offer them. When your usefulness runs out, when your light dims, when you're no longer the one they need, how do they treat you then? That's the moment of truth. Because loyalty isn't proven in connection, it's proven in transition. Watch what happens when the benefit disappears. That's when masks fall without warning. Observe how they act when you are the one who succeeds. Not just when you're struggling, not when you're equal, but when you rise higher. Can they still look at you without flinching, without comparison, without turning their support into quiet resentment? If someone can't clap for you with a full heart, they were never clapping for you at all. Pay attention to how they react to boundaries they can't cross. The moment you say enough, the moment you pull back or protect your peace, do they respect it or punish you for it? Someone who only likes the version of you they can control isn't someone who loves you. They love their access to you. Look at how they carry their silence. Do they go quiet to reflect or to manipulate? Do they use silence to heal or to punish? Communication during peace is easy. But how they speak or refuse to speak during conflict will tell you everything. Notice what they do with other people's pain. Do they hold it with care? Or do they use it as gossip, as leverage, as something to feed their ego? Empathy isn't just about understanding, it's about honoring. And someone who doesn't guard another person's wounds will never protect yours. And in the end, pay close attention to their consistency. Words can lie, charm can deceive, but consistency, that's the language of real character. Who are they month after month, not moment to moment to moment? Who are they when you're watching and when you're not? Don't fall in love with someone's potential. Fall in love with their patterns. Don't hold on to someone's promises. Hold on to their proof. People don't become someone else with time. They become more of who they already are. So keep watching. Keep protecting your space. You don't need to fight to uncover the truth about someone. All you have to do is get quiet enough to see what's already there. Because when someone's true nature is right in front of you, the only thing left is the choice. Let them in or let them go. In the end, character isn't what someone shows you when they want to be liked. It's what they reveal when they think you're no longer watching. Believe the patterns, trust the energy, and never ignore what silence tries to tell you.